Greetings, space travelers. Welcome home. You've just tuned your dial to Spaced Out Radio, the only place where you can own the night. I am your host, Mr. Rob G. And tonight we're broadcasting to you on our terrestrial affiliates across North America and digitally on TalkStream Live, KPNL, and Odyssey Radio. Remember, you can access our archives for free at youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. And while you're there, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Spaced Out Radio and Spaced Out Radio Show. Our website is Spaced Out Radio, where the options are endless. You can stay up to date with the S.O.R Newswire, get some official Spaced Out swag, plus rock out to some Bumblefoot and so much more. We have an awesome show for you tonight once again. We should be joined shortly by our guest, Olaf Phillips. He was having some internet issues. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a few other things to allow our guests for some time to come in tonight. And we're going to start off with welcoming everybody into the chat. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take a look here. We have checked this earlier, and I want to say it was to Mothman. Yep, to Mothman gets the gold tonight. Then we have Dogface. Dogface coming in for the silver. And then we have Race Fan with the bronze. All right, so let's see here. Who else do we have here tonight? Looks like we have Algaray. Thanks for coming in. Seems like a new name. If so, welcome to the show, and hope to see you back for sure. Welcome. We got D-Cypher in the building with horn emoji, alien emoji, horn emoji. We got Eternal. Seems like another new name. If so, welcome. Love to see new names in the chat. It's always a beautiful thing. Let's see. We have Lee the Bee. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. Rafin, thank you so much for coming, saying how y'all. We have Ann Joanne, face orange biting nails. Love it. Okay. We got Paula Foss. Thanks for coming in tonight. We have Lars Jansen. Good morning, all. Looks like we have... Yeah, okay, Mike Bothwell. Let's go, Rob G. Love it. Let's go, Mike Bothwell. Let's get it in tonight. This is a Sunday after hour show. Wrapping up the weekend and getting ready for Dave Scott Monday through Friday. And let's see, we got Grandmaster UV coming in. alien face, cool emoji, alien face. All right, we got Mike Bothwell. Man, I love the new intro. Yeah, and actually, it's growing on me too. We may things are ever changing behind the scenes, is what I'll say. Thank you so much for the comment there, Mike Rivers. I'm getting my woo fix tonight. All right, love it, love it. Thanks for coming and joining us tonight. Let's see, Channel Warhorse. Yep, BRB. All right, we'll see you in a minute. We got Moon 80. Moon 80 saying, yo, new name again. It seems like I just haven't seen your name before. If you're new, welcome to the show. Appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, look, Grandmaster UB. What's up, Redbeard G? Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you, Grandmaster UB. All right. Yes, sir. Brown Dwarf saying, sweet Robbie G. Okay, appreciate you coming in, Brown Dwarf. Let's see. Carl Bittner. Hi, Robin. All you spacey, spaced out after hours peeps. I love that. I love it. Mr. JSC077. Man, awesome guy right there. Appreciate you coming in. Really appreciate you coming in. And I love the Santa hat on the pup there too. The Santa costume, that's nice. I like that. Let's see. Audio. Hey guys, is there a call in? Audio, new name as well. Welcome if you're new. I will tell you there is no call in here at the after hours, but we do finish this show up and then we move it over to the social dig where there is a call in and we run a few hours after this show ends. So if you want to share your experience, you want to go ahead and just talk about some stuff, come on over and we'll be glad to bring you on stage and talk to you. So thanks again, Audio, for joining us tonight. We have Kathy Evans. Kathy Evans, thank you so much for coming in. Kathy Evans, let's see. Okay. I think we're almost down to the bottom here. Okay, you're on a kayak trip. Well, join us anytime. We do it every single weekend, the call-in show. So feel free whenever you get the time to come on through. We're over there talking about some great stuff. You can catch my archive at the Social Dig as well, where we run a lot of these call-ins and hear some great experiencer stories. All right, all right. Hope to see you soon, Audio. Hope to see you soon. All right, yeah. So we're hanging out here on the Sundays. A great day. I've had a great day so far. I hope the same has gone for you as well. Wherever you're tuning in from across the globe, I do appreciate you showing up here and viewing the after hours. Dragonfly, thank you for coming in. Evening, Rob and Chad, appreciate it. And yeah, we did some things last night, right? We had a great guest, Misha Johnston, talked about some really good stuff. So if you haven't seen that, definitely go back and watch yesterday's episode. We also introduced for our Saturday contributor who will contribute in hour 3, Mr. Brian or Sir Brian Bowden, right? So he came in and he brought a real good element to our hour 3. Like I said before, I love his realness. I love his authenticity and the way he just speaks from his heart. I really love that, and I think it's going to be a great addition to what we're doing here on the after hours and how this whole thing comes across. So, going to be great. We'll be introducing our Sunday contributor later on here in the show, hour 3. So definitely don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss that. And this person that we'll introduce will be joining us also every Sunday in hour 3, bringing us some real good information and real good energy. This person has a real good energy, and I'll just give you a hint. You guys have definitely seen this person before, maybe even recently on the after hours. But, you know, after we met during the interview that we did, I really felt, you know, man, this person is positive, real good positive energy. And let me reach out. And we worked out a situation where this will now be our Sunday contributor. So I can't wait for that. With that being said, like I said before, our guest is having internet issues tonight, trying to get that worked out. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back. I'm in my guy Bryson's Folly. Bryson. So glad to see you. It's been a minute, and I'm totally glad that you came through here tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We do appreciate you coming in. I don't know how I missed your name there, but thank you for coming in. So yeah, with that being said, we also gave everybody a brief snippet of what it is that we're working on behind the scenes, as far as some of our promotional material, commercials, and what have you. So went ahead and showed a couple of the commercials that we're working on. You know, got a good response from it. Obviously, these are still works in progress. We haven't finished doing all the editing and getting all that stuff ready. Is we have big visions for what we're trying to do here at Spaced Out Radio going forward. So we do have a lot of things here. So what I want to do, maybe we'll show the commercial in a little bit here, but I do want to go ahead and talk about the Reno trip. So let me go ahead and bring up at least a couple slides from that. So our Reno trip coming up here May 10th through 12th, 2024. You got to reserve your tickets now. The sooner the better. Kind of get it out the way. The 2024 Spaced Out Radio Fan Party. Let me go ahead and put it. Okay, there we go. You can get your tickets or get more information about this fan party at info. Just send an email over to info@spacedoutradio.com. And you will be all set. You'll get everything you need in order to lock in your ticket. It's going to be fun. Reno's a great city. You know, it's not as super flashy as Las Vegas, but it's still a high level city, high level experience. It's like a mini Vegas. If you've never been there, if you've been there, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. So with the fan party, we have the special guests. So there's going to be more, but we have special guests and S.O.R personalities, which include Dave Scott, Science Bob, Merle, Mr. Rob G, myself, Melinda Leslie, Dr. Michael P. Masters, R. Keith Andrews, Jessica Jones, the Cryptid Huntress, Lala Bright, Jim Goodall, Dirty Filth, the Filth Man, Tim Senor, Anonymous Rex, Lorian Fenton, Kira, Grant Baker, Grantavius Max, and Geraldine Orozco, and many, many more. So the way this works is you come on out. This party is for you. You know, we want to meet you and we want to hang out with you. So the way that it's going to work, the itinerary is there's going to be on Friday, the first day, May 10th, we'll have Jessica, Dave, and then myself. We'll be hosting 1 hour each, a 3-hour block, live broadcast that you can go ahead and attend and just sit there while we do it and kind of interact with the show as well. After that show ends, is going to be the VIP party. So that's when the party gets started, as soon as that show is over. And then the next day, which is Saturday, the 11th, we're going to have Merle take us out on a ghost hunt. So that should be awesome. Merle will take us out on a ghost hunt Saturday during the day. And then, or I don't know, actually, it doesn't say what time. So just to show Saturday, we will be ghost hunting with Merle. Then Saturday night, there'll be a UFO sky watch. So I don't know if those things are like back to back potentially. I don't know. We'll see. But the UFO sky watch with Melinda Leslie. So that should be awesome. You know, she does her own UFO tours down in Arizona. So you'll kind of be able to see exactly, you know, the magic that Melinda brings to UFO sky watching. Then Sunday, if you're able to stay, if you're still able to stay, a lot of people do have to, you know, travel time to get back home. So if you happen to be able to stay for Sunday the 12th, we're just going to have a free for all hangout. We don't even know what we're going to do yet. We're just going to go ahead and do whatever on the fly. So if you're there, maybe you can put in some ideas on what it is that you'd like to do. You can come out and see all the people that we listed here, and we can sit down and have breakfast for dinner, right? Because Dave Scott loves breakfast for dinner. So we'll all get together for dinner. We'll invite Dave over, and then everybody just orders breakfast. And yeah, I think that'd be awesome. So let's do that. So let me know. We could get this all set up. And let me switch on over here to the next page because you're going to be booking your rooms potentially, hopefully, at the Silver Lake Legacy Casino and Resort. This is where the fan party takes place. So it'd be good if you can get a room there as well. You want to call for room and price availability. So I can't really quote that to you, but I can tell you that the fan party tickets are $60 for the base ticket and then $100 for the VIP ticket. Once again, you can send the information or your request for a ticket over to info@spacedoutradio.com. Last we checked, though, the rooms were about $139 per night, which is actually less than triple the price of the Las Vegas party last year, and it's or earlier this year, and it's the perfect Christmas gift. It is happening during Mother's Day weekend. We do see that. We totally understand that. But we're figuring, hey, you know, your wife or your mother or your daughter potentially, right, deserves a nice holiday as well. Sign up today. Email your request for tickets once again to info@spacedoutradio.com. We can't wait to meet you. We cannot wait to see you there. So make sure that, you know, you do what you can to try to go ahead and get a ticket. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of people there that you've seen here on Spaced Out Radio. So it should be pretty awesome. I can't wait to go. And yeah, so we might as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the. No, we'll play the commercial for you here, the one we're working on. So this is going to be the commercial here that we're going to present down the line for this fan party. You get first peek here. Once again, first peek. Let's go.
Of your woo, it's time to make a commitment to the 3rd annual S.O.R. fan party. This time, we're heading to Reno, Nevada and the Silver Legacy Casino and Resort, May 10th through 12th, 2024. Tickets are $60 or $100 for VIP. With that, you get a free radio show. You get to hang out with celebrity guests from Spaced Out Radio, including our team, who are coming to hang out with you. You get to meet the entire team, like Science Bob, Merle, Melinda Leslie, Geraldine Orozco, and more. It's a weekend packed with adventure, and we want you there. After all, we're doing this for you. Find out more and get your tickets at info@spacedoutradio.com and book your hotels today at the Silver Legacy Casino and Resort in Reno, Nevada. Come join us for the S.O.R. fan party, May 10th through 12th, 2024.
All right, so that would be so awesome to see you there. As you can see, it's going to be a long list of people there. Who's going to be there? If who for sure is going to be there? If you can reply in the chat, let me know who for sure is going to be there, so I know I can put together the dinner list, and we can all get together and have breakfast for dinner and make Dave Scott mad. Yeah, Tamont Man is on the commercial, man. If you guys didn't see, Tamont Man and Dave says Tamont Man's beard did make an appearance on that show on the commercial. So that's pretty awesome, Tamont Man. That is pretty awesome, sir. So who's coming? Who's what is that? Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? Come on. No takers yet, huh? No tickets booked yet. Who's going? Who's going? Renee Cruz. No, understandable. If you're there in spirit, and we'll love that too. The show will be live, so we will have a live chat going that day during the party. So hopefully we can have you at least attend the show, and we'll be having fun. I don't know exactly what we're gonna, what the plan is, what we're gonna do during the show. Um, but we will be live on the channel here on that Friday. So anyone who isn't able to make this year's party, we would still love to have you in the chat. And I don't know, maybe there'll be some giveaways, or I don't know. I have to talk to Dave to see. But we'll make it fun. Also, and I need to set up something for this too. I don't know, what are you guys doing New Year's Eve? Because this New Year's Eve, we plan on it's Sunday. So what, 3-4 weeks from now, we will be doing a New Year's show here. And I don't know, we're kind of trying to work it out to see if we're gonna start at the normal time of 8, or if we'll start it at 9. That way, here in America, maybe at 8:50 p.m. Pacific, which would be 11:50 Eastern time. That way, during the show, we can bring in the new year for the East Coast, for each time zone here in the United States, and we can end the show with the West Coast New Year's celebration. So we're considering doing that, and by doing that, we're going to have a panel of people here that'll a panel of guests that will bring in and out during each hour of that show. So that's the plan for New Year's Eve. If there is a list, let's see. Oh, interesting. And yeah, so before I bring this up, if you have any ideas of any either spaced out radio personalities or just guests that you would like to see on New Year's Eve, this hopefully we're gonna make it a real fun time. So we'll just be doing a lot here. Let me know who you'd like to have on that panel, and I'll try my best to put that together. Um, and let me get to Carl Bintner's comment here. So Carl Bittner says, "Hey Rob G, remember when Melinda Leslie asked for help a few weeks ago? Well, I went with her twice, now looking for where those craft were coming from. No luck so far, but lots of military helicopter." Interesting, Carl. Interesting. So you made it out there. That is totally awesome, man. Um, I wonder, did you see, what else did you see? I know you saw the military helicopters, but where did it look like they were coming from, or did you guys get any intel on that? Were they coming from that area? 'Cause that would be pretty awesome to know. Let's see. Hey, Simon the Likeable. Thank you for coming in tonight. Thank you for coming in tonight. Kind of doing some stuff on the fly right now. Our guest is having some internet issues, so this may end up being just a hangout with Rob G and the Spaced Out Radio viewers. So we may just end up talking about some stuff, whatever it is you want to talk about. We could turn it into an AMA. Um, if you have things to add, like Carl Bittner just did here, you can go ahead and put them in the chat. We'll talk about some of the stuff that you guys have been involved in lately. Oh, Renee Cruz. So you know my guy Rod over there. Okay, yeah. Yeah. It's a crazy story. I used to I was part of Rod's show back in the day. I don't know if you knew that. Um, but that was the first place that I talked about UFOs. So yeah, that's awesome. Rod is a good dude. That's my guy. Yeah, you too, Mike Bothwell. See you at the call-in show as well. Yeah, once again, after this show is done tonight, which we do every weekend, we have a live call-in show over at the Social Dig, and you're all welcome to come on over there. Is what usually happens is we have a good group of people that do come from here from Spaced Out Radio, and we all meet up over at the Social Dig right after the show is over. And a lot of those viewers come on stage and they talk about their experiences and tell some stories and talk about some things that they've gone through recently. So it's always a cool place to be. A lot of voices that you wouldn't imagine. Like when you start putting voices to the names here in the chat, then it ends up being pretty awesome. You get to see a whole nother dynamic, a whole nother level of who it is that you're in the chat with, and it's actually pretty cool. A lot of good, lot of nice accents. Dogman UK has an awesome thick Irish accent. Excuse me. We've had Love Be Love from our chat here has come up on stage, showed her face on camera, talked. We had a few different people come up, and I think we're going to be joined pretty soon by a special guest. Actually, let me go ahead and move some stuff out the way here. All right, so let me bring in or introduce someone who really needs no introduction, who has taken some time to come and visit us here on the weekend. None other than the conductor, David Scott. Salutations, Dave Scott. How are you, sir?
How are you, my friend?
Welcome to the After Hours, Dave Scott. Welcome to the After Hours. So good to have you here.
Thank you. I was, Olaf Phillips was trying to get in. He had a bunch of internet issues that were causing him some strife here. So I just literally walked in my house from my son's hockey game where they got shellacked about 12-0 today.
Oh, that's okay.
And figured, you know what? I can't strand my good buddy, sweet Robbie G. So that's why I'm here.
Love it. So I wanted to show something off here because Dirty Filth was so kind enough to send me a Christmas card, and I thought it was awesome. So it says health, happiness, and hamburgers, light and love from Mr. and Mrs. Filth. All the best in the new year. And hopefully you guys can see this. But this is what Phil sent me, man. Phil is a great guy. Gotta love Phil.
That is the dirty one. That is the dirty one right there.
So I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phil. So yeah, so we're shaking, Dave. We're shaking. I was sitting here. I debuted the commercial, man. I let them see the commercial. Let them know that we're working on so many other things. Talk to them about the party here. We were kind of in the middle of talking about the Reno party. Was gauging who might be coming, and also letting people know, like, if you're not able to make it, we're going to be doing the live show. And it's great you're here, because I said, I don't know if we're going to be doing any giveaways or anything special for the viewers that couldn't make it. And I was going to talk to you about it. Then you showed up. So it's like perfect. So maybe you could elaborate on how some of that's going to go.
Well, we need our fans there. That's why we do it, you know? I mean, the event that we do for Reno in the past 2 years in Las Vegas is strictly for them. And, you know, that's why we moved it to Reno to try and cut down on the cost that was building up a little too much after last year in Las Vegas, where, you know, we had over 100 people say they were going to show up, and I think only about 40 people ended up making it because of the costs of Vegas and the hotels and everything, and what had happened with this stupid EDM concert that was there that jumped the prices so high, and so what we did was Kira, our business manager, she said, hey, let's check out Reno for next year. And so we did, and prices are much lower. The hotel at the Silver Legacy Casino and Resort is being much more accommodating to what we are needing and what we're going to be talking about and doing. And, you know, if you haven't been, you know, my big thing is, you know, you're going to want to go, you know, I mean, here's the thing, guys. I don't know if you have ever been to a UFO conference or a Bigfoot conference or a paranormal conference, but most of the people there that are speaking are very, very hard to find. I know because I've been to a bunch of them. I've been a speaker at every one I've been to. And there's been people that I've wanted to see or have a drink with or have a meal with or just sit down and shoot the crap for about 10 minutes or even introduce myself. And 1 second, Olaf is texting me here. And I'm just telling him next time his internet is up and down, unless you want to give him a call in.
Yeah, either way. Yeah, either way.
Call in.
Yeah, I can call him if he'll send me the number. I can call him, but
I've got the number. 1 second here. All right. Let me just I'll send this to the private chat.
Okay.
All right. But what I was saying is, if you've been to a conference, you know, like I have, there's many a time where I've wanted to speak to people and just to even introduce myself, because I've maybe had them on the air and or maybe they just don't know me and I just wanted to quickly get things together. Okay. And so I can't find them. I can't find them at all. And you're sitting there walking around this whole thing and you're like, where is everybody? But I mean, what I want you to do, people, is I want you to ask people who've been to our little fun fest, like Tim Mothman or River Dogma or Mama Catherine or many others who've been, and they're like, whoa, this is awesome. It's amazing. Because here's the thing. All of these people, when they go to conferences, they are paid. They are They're paid for their time, their hotel room, their flights, whatever. These people who are coming to our conference, whether it's Science Bob, Melinda Leslie, Lorian Fenton, Ola Phillips, Geraldine Orozco, Jim Goodall, Michael Schratt, just to name a few, okay, they all show up on their own dime to spend it with you guys. Every single one of them. Okay. I'm paying my own way. Rob's paying his own way. The S.O.R. team is paying their own way. We don't do this to make money. We are doing this specifically for our fans to have fun and meet the people that they see on this show frequently, unfrequently. Okay. But just people on this show that are around and wanting to make their way to S.O.R. and the S.O.R. fans. And the reason why they are coming on their own dime is because they love hanging out with our fans. They love our fans in the chat rooms. They love it when our fans are reaching out to them on social media saying, "Hey, I heard you on Spaced Out Radio last night." And this is why they come, man. And they are coming for you guys. So that's why it's real important for me to see as many people as possible from our fan list to get to go and to Reno this year, May 10th through 12th, and hang out with us. Because that's what it is. We don't take enough time to party. We don't take enough time to relax and enjoy the woo. This is a weekend where we could all get together. We're all the same, and we can all shake hands, have a hug, okay, and maybe a fist pump, and we can all sit down and have some dinner or have a free radio show or whatever. That's what I think. And that's why we do it. So, let's do it. Let's get together. Let's hang out.
I agree. I'd love to see everybody there. I can't wait to meet everybody. I've said it 1,000 different times, and I'm excited to meet the fans. And you too, Dave. I'd be excited to meet you too, man, because technically I'm a fan too. I'm a fan of you as well. So it'll be I'll be attending the fan party as a fan as well. Yeah, I love that. That's nice. So I don't know, financials are financials, but if you can, we would love to see you there. It'd be so excellent. And it's Mother's Day, so if you're a mother, then you can talk your significant other, family member, to go on and getting that ticket for you. So it'd be nothing else more special than you would love from them, except for a ticket to this fan party. And who knows what'll happen. Christmas is coming up. Putting together Christmas lists. Secret Santa. Let your Secret Santa know that you'd like a ticket to the S.O.R. fan party, and then maybe you cover your room or vice versa. There's a few ways this can be worked out. Birthdays. So let's think outside the box.
And this is for the mothers out there. Okay. Hope you don't mind. Okay. Mothers. How come on Mother's Day, mothers have to have all the family around, okay, and have all the kids around? Yet for Father's Day, the one thing we want is a day to be left alone. Just don't bug us. Let us go golfing. Let us go hunting. Let us go fishing. Let us go golfing, okay? Let us do whatever we need to do, okay? Mothers, we're giving you an opportunity here to be selfish for the first time in your motherly lives. Be selfish. Come join us at the S.O.R. fan party. You're allowed. No one's going to gripe. I promise you. Not a soul is going to gripe, because that's your day, your weekend. And guess what, moms out there? You're allowed to have fun too. You're allowed to take the mom hat off for a weekend and go have some fun, because you work hard each and every day. Mothering and motherhood is the hardest job in the world. It is the most difficult. job in the world. It's 24/7, 365, 366 on leap years. And you deserve a break too. So that's why we didn't move the S.O.R. fan party. That's why we are doing it this year on when it is. And you're allowed. Trust me on that. You're allowed.
And I have it up here on the screen. Let me get these are the dates. May 10th through 12th, 2024. Email info@spacedoutradio.com once again. And special guests and S.O.R. personalities include Dave Scott, who's right here, Science Bob, Merle, myself, Melinda Leslie, Dr. Michael P. Masters, which will be awesome. I can't wait to meet him, actually. R. Keith Andrews, all these names on here. Jessica Jones, Cryptid Huntress, Lala Bright, Jim Goodall, Dirty Phil, Tim Senor. Can't wait to meet Tim and Dirty Phil. All these guys, truthfully. Lauren Fenton, Kira, Grant Baker, Geraldine Orozco. Everybody on the list I personally want to meet myself and many more. So I'm excited.
That's a better lineup than most conferences get, people.
Yeah, that's solid. That's pretty solid.
That's not even everybody yet. There will be more. Promise you, there will be more.
That is solid. That is definitely solid. Because I truly am excited to meet every name on this list in person.
The one person I want to see there again is the gorgeous and talented Kim Jellin, because I'm telling you, believe it or not, Rob, when you meet Kim, the first thing you're going to notice is her beautiful teeth.
She's got Kim Jellin. Yes. I remember you saying something about that. Yes. Kim Jellin.
Yep.
Can't wait to meet Kim Jellin. To Mothman. I can't wait to meet to Mothman. We've already set something up. We might caravan. So he's in LA, so he's further south. I'm in Bakersfield, so he has to drive through where I'm at to go down there. We might team up, drive through Las Vegas, and then take the wonderful route between Vegas and Reno, which if you ever get the chance to drive,
I love that drive.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Love that drive.
Yeah, I've done it a few times and it is awesome. So I can't wait for that. So let me know, Tim. Let me know what we're doing, and maybe we can have a caravan. I don't know who else is coming. Brown Dwarf is down there. And we can make it a team thing here. That should be awesome. I can't wait. Kim Jellin loves you, Dave.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
Says, come through San Francisco and pick her up, Tim Mothman.
Mm-hmm. Just so you know, Kim Jellin, when she shows up, she will have one suitcase specifically for her teeth, for brushing and flossing. I bet this lady here has about 17 different toothbrushes on rotation as we speak.
Oh my God. She says, I have teeth. That's fantastic.
I'm serious. You guys do not believe me. You think I'm making fun. Okay, I'm not. She has like one of those model smiles, that should be on television. Yeah.
Was she in any of the photos from the?
Oh.
She wasn't? Okay.
See, look, she goes, oh my God, it's true.
Oh man. Yeah, she has 500,000 toothbrushes.
Mm-hmm.
The Mothman says, Kim Jellin, I'm on the way.
You guys think I'm joking with you? I don't joke about teeth. I like nice teeth.
Man, I'm just wondering. Yeah, I get to talk to a lot of these viewers over at my show, and it's different when you hear their voices, and it's I guess it's similar to when you meet them in person, but you just become a lot more connected to that person and that viewer. So I can't wait. I hope they all show up, but it's gonna be awesome. Jennifer
Mhm.
Patterson says, I'm driving from Arizona to Cara. Carolina. Oh, I think that was a typo. Yeah, the drive from Vegas sounds fun. Keep me posted. It is awesome. Oh my gosh. It is awesome. It is literally I drove one of the last few times I drove that route. You can drive literally 100 miles an hour if you choose and not have to let up off the gas one time for hours on end. That is just how open and desolate and not a lot of cars out there. Pass through a lot of ghost towns actually, which is cool. But sometimes you're on 100-mile stretch of just wide open desert, no civilization, just you and nature and the road, and I love it. Dave, are you flying
Yep.
out of Abbotsford?
I'm sorry.
Justin wants to know if you're flying out of YVR or Abbotsford.
Hold on. I will probably fly out of Vancouver or Bellingham. The problem with flying out of Abbotsford is that with WestJet, they usually direct you through to Calgary first before coming south. They don't have direct flights, so I'll probably end up going and flying out of Bellingham. Yeah. Hey, I want to do something here that I've never done before, Rob.
Yep.
Okay. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because I don't talk a lot about my personal life. Okay. I try and really separate my personal life from the radio show. Why? Well, there's a number of reasons. Number one, I like my privacy. Okay. I like to keep I don't like my number two. I don't like bringing my family into this because my family has nothing to do with this show or nothing to do outside of supporting me for what I do. Okay. You'll notice I never mentioned my partner's name. I never mentioned my children's names on here. Okay. But there is someone out there who is a former host of ours who's teamed up with someone else. And this someone else has decided that in order to try and gain listenership and viewers for their channel, they're going to try and out me. Okay. And I recently found this out because of two good friends. I'm not going to say who they are because I'm going to protect them. All right. So, Rob, I'm going to allow you to ask me anything about my personal life. Questions
No.
not about my woo stories or anything, but questions about my personal life. Because this person thinks that they're going to spread a bunch of lies about me because I'm not honest. I'm not who they think I am. And I've thought
Wow.
about this over the last couple of days when I found this out. And I think it's so low class to drag listeners into drama for no reason. And I'm going to tell you, Rob, I may swear during this, okay?
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's nobody's fucking business, pardon my language, what I do away from this microphone. So I'm going to tell you guys this. My name, Dave Scott. Scott is my middle name. I've never hid that from people. My full name is David William Scott. And then I'm leaving my last name out. Okay? And the reason why I did this is I used to be real open with my fans. Okay? Then back in 2018, my nephew died. And during that time of privacy, I actually had fans doxing my nephew and going into my nephew's fan or memorial page on Facebook and posting it. Okay? I don't need that. Not that I don't like the fans. I love our fans. Okay? But if this person wants to help me, I'll tell you. Okay? I tell you. I never talk about my career. I'll tell you what I do for a living. Okay? I work in the car industry. Nobody knows that. My daytime job that pays my bills, I work in the automotive industry as a manager of a manufactured dealership. Now, all of you are going to run because you all know where I live. You're all going to run and say car dealerships in my town. You'll be able to find me. My picture's right there. Okay? Yeah. I don't hide anything. I protect myself. I don't need people knowing where my kid goes to school, where my other two kids live, or what they do for a living. They don't need to know my partner's name because this show is irrelevant to my family. But this one person out there who I thought was a nice person, never done anything to them in the past, still haven't done anything to them. Okay? Everybody's going to say, well, gee whiz, why are you hiding what you do for a living? Why? Because I like my privacy. You don't need to know where I live. You don't need to know my last name. You don't need to know where I work. Even though it's all out there on the internet, you can find me easily. Okay? So for the person who's trying to pull this crap, especially you, the one who's the former host of this weekend show, shame on you. Shame on you for trying to dox me and trying to throw me under the bus in front of our fans. And let me tell you something. The 24,204 people we have on YouTube, the thousands we have on our radio stations, the ones who are in this show each and every night, okay, they are here because we worked hard for them. Your 2-bit fucking podcast that you're doing, okay, where I just checked today, wow, one of your shows has a total of 86 listens. You're rocketing up the charts. I was going to stay quiet with this, and I'm going to stay quiet with your name and your names. Okay? You don't like it? Okay? You didn't need to be here. My job was not to grow you. My job was to grow S.O.R. You knew that. And whatever else you make up in between, good on you. That's on you, not me. It's not on anyone here at S.O.R. You're not here because you did it to yourself. Okay? Sorry, I'm pissed off about this. Okay? And that's that. Okay? Look, I don't care if our listeners go listen to their show because we can never control who our listeners listen to. Okay? Let's just hope that they choose shows that are going to help bring them or more knowledge. Okay.
Sad.
I have. So let's go on, Rob. Ask me any question. Just so you know, Rob, in about 4 minutes, what time? We're at 8:55 right now. In about 9 minutes, my phone is going to ring. I
Okay.
got to step out. I got to do an interview with Walter Sterling
Yeah.
across the U.S.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
that, and then I'll come back and join you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Um,
ask me anything.
Dave,
Ask me anything.
you don't have to prove yourself to anybody, man. Um, you know, I'm going to ask you general things, because I don't think you should have to divulge your personal business. I don't think anyone should have to do that. So I don't. It's sad, man, that people are out there that don't appreciate opportunities and don't know how to continue on living without trying to reach back and drag somebody down. I don't know. I'm not privy to who said what or what was said, but there's some bitterness there. It's hate in your heart, and if you have that, if that whoever you are, if you have that hate in your heart to want to reach back and drag down a person that helped you get to where you're at today, that's a sad state. That's a sad state. I think maybe you should reach out and speak to somebody about that. Why is that hate on your heart? Why do you feel like you need to disparage someone else to make yourself feel better? What's going on in your life that's causing you to do something like that? If you're watching, I hope you are. I hope someone tags you on this, because I'm not going to speak down or speak bad on you or any of that. I wish you well. I wish you health. I wish you mental health. Um, you know, but where I come from, you keep people's name out your mouth. That's like one of the rules. So that's kind of what I live by. And Dave is a real good dude. Period. I don't understand why you'd want to disparage a person like Dave. And just shows where your heart is at, shows where your mind is at, and it's probably better that you're not here. So, and I don't even know who I'm speaking to, but um, that's my message to you. So,
Well, you know what? It's not so much the person who is here, it's the person who this person is now working with, who thinks that they need to go and try and dox me, and oh, he's not who he says he is. Go fuck yourself. Okay, sorry.
no, you're fine.
I
But
mean, look here, look here. I've been working in the car, just like each and every one of you. Spaced Out Radio doesn't pay my bills. Okay, it does not pay my bills at all. Okay, what it does, Rob, is this is something that is a passion of mine that I've tried to grow. Okay, and you know what? My family still have, just like all of you, we have to have a roof over our head. We have to have vehicles and gas in those vehicles. We have to have food on the table. I'm helping out my daughter with her college tuition. I'm helping out my other daughter, who's a young mother, trying to get life going. Okay, I have a son who is 10 years old, who I run around for hockey and all over the place. Okay, what do you want to know? Okay, you don't need to know my wife's name. You don't need to know anything like that. So if I'm hiding something, okay, yeah, I hide my private life that isn't directed towards SOR because it has nothing to do with SOR. That's the big thing. So for this person to try and talk tough, okay, buddy, you've been in the UFO field a year and a half. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows. I got to take this call. Okay.
All right. And yeah, I mean, yeah, you heard it from Mr. Dave Scott here. Hey, Cryptid Hunters, thank you for joining us. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who the person is. Don't know if I want to know. Um, I just feel like, just as I stated earlier, anyone who has that much hate in their heart to reach back and want to disparage, or even allow someone else that is close to you to disparage someone that you should respect and that you should be appreciative of, it just says a lot about you and your character. And you know, character means a lot, especially to me, because I'm a real person, right? I'm authentic. I'm an authentic, real person. So you know, I give you the benefit of the doubt until you do something like that. You know, once you do that, you can't come back from that. That just shows your character, shows who you are, shows that if I give my trust to you, if I, you know, invest any time and trust into what it is that you're doing, that the day that you get upset, you're gonna literally turn right around and try to smack the hand that fed you. So a lot to unwrap there, a lot to unwrap there. But let me go ahead and bring this back in, because we're gonna go ahead and pause for the cause, and come back with hour two of Who Knows What tonight on Spaced Out Radio. You guys stick in there, and we'll be back in a minute, and we're gonna get it done tonight. So see you in a second. right. Welcome back to Spaced Out Radio after hour number 2 with me, your host, Mr. Rob G. And as we continue tonight, we're going to do something a little fun here. You know, I want to go ahead and do something fun with you guys. So let me come up here on the screen. And a lot of you already know how we get down on Sundays, some occasionally. Now, last time we did this, we had a viewer by the name of DB Nobody who came through and kind of took the show, right? So we are going to jump into a little bit of S.O.R. trivia. Let's kind of have a little bit of fun. Let's lighten up the mood. Get your fingers ready. Derek Galloway, if you're out there, no voice cheating, no voice to text cheating. I'm going to bring this back in. Let me see if people are ready to get it in. We're going to go ahead and get this in, guys. Let me go ahead and get my stuff ready here. So, yes, we're going to go into some S.O.R. trivia. And we're going to mix in some actual S.O.R. trivia with some UFOs and with some cryptids. Some of these answers, some of these questions we probably have done before. So if you absorb the information when we initially did these, then you should do pretty well tonight. And maybe we'll be crowning. Well, I don't see DB Nobody in the chat, so we may not have. We probably will have a brand new winner here today. So let me go ahead and get this going. And actually, I said that I would bring up the YouTube chat for this, so I'm gonna have to do that. So give me just a moment here as we get it situated. I want to make sure that we're 100% accurate when we are taking down these answers. So hopefully, let me see. It'll be just one moment, guys. Let me bring up this chat on YouTube. Potato grouse. Now you got the show back. Yeah, we're gonna keep going. Hey, what he said what he had to say. I don't have a problem with that at all, guys. That's was on his heart. You know what I mean? And I just don't, All right. I'm gonna have to use this other one here. So give me just a second. We will just get your fingers ready, guys. Just get your fingers ready.
I'm not back yet, dude. Just still waiting for my interview here. I'm back in my office.
Okay. Don't worry about it. We got you in the back, Dave. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Now I can see the chats. All right. Almost ready to go. Sit this where I can see it. All right, here we go. All right. Trivia question. We're going to start with, I'm not going to tell you what we're going to start with. We're just going to do it. All right. So, question number 1. What is the name of the mythical creature said to inhabit the Himalayan mountains, particularly in Tibet and Nepal? Name of the mythical creature said to inhabit the Himalayan mountains, particularly in Tibet and Nepal. All right, I see some answers. Let me see who's first. Okay, according to the YouTube chat, not StreamYard, YouTube chat says that it is Van Gold. Van Gold. So let me go ahead and tag your answer, Van Gold. It is a Yeti or abominable snowman. Abominable. However you say it. Abominable. Okay. Abominable. Abominable. Yeah, that one. All right. Question number 2. In Scottish folklore, what aquatic creature is said to inhabit Loch Ness and is often the subject of alleged sightings? Okay, let me make sure this matches up here. Potato grouse. Yep, the answer is Nessie. The Loch Ness Monster or Nessie. All right, on the board, on the board. All right, question number 3. I'm going to say this quickly because I know everyone is going to get it immediately. So, okay, question number 3. Which North American cryptid is often described as a hairy ape-like creature and is said to inhabit remote forests, particularly in the Pacific Northwest? Yep. Looking good. It's looking good. A lot of correct answers out there. And the first one on the list, according to YouTube chat, is Vash the Impaler. Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot. Bigfoot or Sasquatch would have been a correct answer. All right. It's pretty even right now. I like that. It's pretty even. Let me save, make sure that's saved. It's anyone's game. Still, for anyone's game. Super Duke says, so easy. He's waiting for a tougher one. That's right. Okay. So, question number 4. In Australian Aboriginal mythology, what cryptid is described as a large, long-necked water creature? In Australian Aboriginal mythology, what cryptid is described as a large, long-necked water creature? No Aussies out here? Sure, we have Aussies in the building. But it's Aboriginal, so maybe you wouldn't know. Oh! Gotta show them, teach them, Super Duke. Teach him, Super Duke. That would be the bunyip. Super Duke just learned you something today. Awesome, Super Duke. That's what this is all about. You don't have to know the right answer, but you'll learn. You'll learn what the right answers are, and further educate yourself in the world of UFOs, cryptids, and paranormal. So awesome job. It is a bunyip. If you didn't know, now you know. Right. Next question. What legendary creature, often depicted as a serpentine sea monster, is said to inhabit Scandinavian waters? What legendary creature, often depicted as a serpentine sea monster, is said to inhabit Scandinavian waters? All right, so it looks like that's Mothman. Was that you or your goatee, man? You got that one right. That's the Kraken. It is the Kraken. Unleash the Kraken. Okay. Kraken is correct. All right. Okay. Next question. Next question is, according to Native American folklore, what mythical creature is often considered a shape-shifting trickster and is associated with the Southwest tribes? According to Native American folklore, what mythical creature is often considered a shape-shifting trickster and is associated with the Southwest tribes? Nope, Derek, is not 2 Chainz, but it is. Let me make sure who got it first. Hold on. According to YouTube chat, person with the correct answer is Lex Diaz. It is a skinwalker. Skinwalker. Awesome job. Okay. Next question. Ooh, let's see who has this one. This might be another super dupe. This might be a super dupe to the rescue answer here. In Central and South American folklore, what cryptid is described as a large flying serpent and is associated with Mayan and Aztec mythology? Yeah, I have to go a little deep on this one. Central and South American folklore, what cryptid is described as a large flying serpent and is associated with Mayan and Aztec mythology? Super Duke to the rescue, Kira. This is going to be a good one to learn, right? This one, and make sure. Oh, someone has the right answer. Okay, and I'm going to try to pronounce this here. Lex Diaz comes with the correct answer, and we're going to try to say what this is. Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl is what it says. Good job, Lex Diaz. Someone, we all learned something today right there. Quetzalcoatl. All right. Next question. What cryptid, often portrayed as a large winged creature resembling a bat or pterosaur, is reported in the skies of Point Pleasant, West Virginia? This one always gets me. I figured this Mothman would know this answer. Every time I ask this question or related with this answer, I always suspect that Mothman should know this and be the first one. But according to the chat, okay, looks like it's gonna be driftwood. I don't know if the Mothman has a cheeseburger, but it's definitely Mothman. So you got that right. I always think Mothman should have that answer. I'm always like, Mothman will get this one. And then every time, he never gets it. You always, look, he always missed this one. Your namesake, Tamarth, man, your namesake. And you miss it? Maybe next time. All right, next question here. This is another one of these ones. It's going to make you think here. It's going to make you think. Another one of those thinkers. In African folklore, what cryptid is said to be a water-dwelling creature resembling a horse or fish and is often considered a protective spirit? Akira, maybe if you leave the show, close the show out, and then bring it back up, then it might put you back on time. Because right now it's anybody's game. Let's see. Does somebody have it? Let me go back. I don't see the correct answer. I see something close. I see something close, but not close enough. So I'll ask it one more time. And I don't even know how to pronounce it. In African folklore, what cryptid is said to be water-dwelling creature resembling a horse or fish and is often considered a protective spirit? Someone Googled it. Who found it? Because I don't see it in here. I'm going to write it out in the chat as we'll do it. Oh, wait. Okay, we got it. Good job. Good job, Potato Grouse. I mean, at the end of the day, if you have to hit Google, if it seems like no one's going to get it, why not do it? It's a learning exercise. And, you know, these are cryptids that you never even thought of. These are cryptids that you didn't know existed until tonight. Right? Mokele Mbembe. I'm just going to say that's what it says. And I think it's close enough. Yeah, it's all about learning, Justin. See, these go in your mental database, and you can tell someone else about the Mokele Mbembe. Right? Now you have that to add to your repertoire. Your cryptid repertoire. All right. Next question. What is the name of the cryptid reported in the folklore of New Jersey, often described as a horse-headed creature with bat-like wings? Gave you half of the answer already. Okay, I'm seeing it. I think Super Duke might be the first one. Yep. Super Duke. This might be Super Duke's night. It's the Jersey Devil. Super Duke might take this one home tonight, guys. And he let you guys have the easy ones, he said. I see what you're doing, Duke. Okay, here we go. It's another one for the database. If anyone gets this right away, it'll shock me. If not, it's another learning experience here. So, in Japanese folklore, what supernatural creature is often depicted as a long, slender sea serpent with a horse-like head? Japanese folklore. What supernatural creature is often depicted as a long, slender sea serpent with a horse-like head? Japanese folklore. You're going to learn tonight. I'll tell you what it is. If you don't get it, I'm going to give somebody a chance to even Google it. Okay, I'll put it in the chat. If I don't see the answer before I type it in, yeah, you're going to learn today. That's what this is about. You're going to learn today. All right, correct answer is Umibozo. Maybe that's how you pronounce it. That is the correct answer. So we'll move on. What cryptid is said to inhabit the swamps and bayous of Louisiana and is often described as a humanoid creature with features of a reptile? Talk to me, wordless. Who's misrepresenting? Who misrepresented you and misrepresented your people? Let me know. Not a puckwudgie. Not a skunk man. Let me see. Yeah. We have a right answer in there. I see it. Rain C. Let me make sure. Yeah, Rugaro. Rugaro, one of the two. That is the answer. So Rain C. Great. Thanks for coming in with the right answer here. Next question. In Himalayan folklore, what cryptid is believed to be a giant ape-like creature and is often considered a relative of the Yeti? So don't answer Yeti. It's a relative of the Yeti. Himalayan folklore. What cryptid is believed to be a giant ape-like creature considered to be a relative of the Yeti? It's a relative of the potato grass Yeti's cousin. See, when I did the easy ones, it was like, these are too easy. And then I moved to ones where you have to think. I'll give you the answers if I have to. So you're gonna, as long as you get the answers, then you're picking up what you need to pick up. So I don't see any right answers. So let me go ahead and put the right answer in there. Oops. Hold on. You can look these up later. Mande Barung. Probably not saying it right, but that is the answer. All right. This one, Dave Scott should know. Hopefully, he would know this one. According to Native American mythology, what cryptid is often described as a large, hairy, and man-like creature that dwells in the wilderness? I think this is mainly in Canada.
We call that Tim Mothman.
He calls it to Mothman. Dave Scott calls it to Mothman. But it is... We're going to go ahead and bring Davey up here. No, that's... I'm going to give you the answer. It's the Wendigo. Wendigo. It's a nice try.
Damn it.
Mothman says he's not hairy, but okay.
You never know.
You
never know.
In Chilean mythology, what cryptid is said to be a large flying creature resembling a pterosaur and is known to terrorize livestock? Chilean mythology.
Chilean mythology.
What cryptid is said to be a large flying creature resembling a pterosaur and is known to terrorize livestock?
Is that a ropin?
Nope. You got to put it in the chat, Dave. You got to put it in the chat.
Oh my gosh. I screwed up already.
Oh, we got one. Van Gogh. El Chupacabra.
Chupacabra doesn't fly?
That's what it says.
I think your study is on drugs.
Yeah, that might be the... it's what it said, though. It's what it said. I'm reading off this thing. But that might be wrong. It could be. But Van Gogh got it right somehow. I don't know if she Googled that. I don't know what you did, but you got it.
Oh, maybe. Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah, I don't think it does either, Mothman. I'm just reading. But she got the right answer, so. All right. Let me see. All right, we're into... Okay, these are all still cryptid. We'll get into some UFO real quick. All right. What does the acronym UFO stand for? What does the acronym UFO stand for? All right. Rain, sea, unidentified flying objects. All right. In 1947, an event in Roswell, New Mexico became famous for UFO speculation. After initially reporting this as a crash disk, what was the story changed to afterwards? In Roswell, initially reported as a crash disk, what do they change it to afterwards? All right. I got to go with Grandmaster UV because it's a weather balloon. It's not just a balloon, it's a weather balloon. Very important distinction. Congratulations, Grandmaster UV. Let's see, we got a few more. Say again, Dave?
The Gong Show.
We need a gong there. Who is often credited with coining the term flying saucer after reporting a UFO sighting in 1947? Who is credited with coining the term flying saucer after reporting a UFO sighting in 1947? Happy birthday, Rain C. Super Duke. Oh, okay, wait a minute. No, looks like first person was actually Lex Diaz. Lex Diaz answered it first. Kenneth Arnold. It is Kenneth Arnold. If you don't know, now you know. Let me see. All right. Okay. All right, let's do this one here. What is the name of the U.S. government project that investigated UFOs from 1952 to 1969?
It's called Tim Mothman. Why are you laughing at me?
Every answer is to Mothman. It's hilarious. Come on, guys. It's called.
There it
if
is.
They just say Blue Book, should I say give him that, or it's Project Blue Book? So it's Blue Book.
Project Blue Book.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Project Gong Show.
That's what I'm thinking. So the first person with Project Blue Book would be Grandmaster UV. All right, and let's see. So I think we are. Let me see. Make sure the rest are very easy. Okay, maybe you'll get this one, maybe not. Let me see. In ufology, what is the term used for an area known for a high number of UFO sightings and mysterious phenomena? So more so just UFO sightings. So let me say it again. In ufology, what term is used for an area known for a high number of UFO sightings? Period. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Let me make sure. Apparently, StreamYard chat is different than YouTube. So, okay. Yeah, Simon the Likeable, you got it. UFO hotspot or hotspot. Okay. Let's see. I don't know how to ask that one the right way. Let me see. What celestial body is often associated with claims of secret alien bases, especially on its far side?
Tim Mothman's back. Oh, come on. That's funny.
That's hilarious. I need to get him a laugh track. Looks like Simon the Likeable. Someone Likeable might have come back, but I think Super Duke might have it though. Let me see.
Super Duke.
Therefore, it says it's getting. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he is first one. So Simon Likeable, it is Moon. All right, let's go ahead and tally up these answers here. So let's see. Driftwood has 2. Let's see, 1, 2. Okay, Driftwood has 2. Van Gold, let's see, 1. Van Gold had 1. Potato Grouse has 1, 2. All right. Vash the Impaler has 1. World Bigfoot Radio has 1, 2. 1, 2, 2. Wow. Okay, I thought he had more. To Mothman has 1. Has 1. Okay. Lex Diaz has 1, 2, 3. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. All right. Lex Diaz has 3. Current leader. Rain C has 1, 2. All right. Let me see. The Grandmaster UV has 1, 2. And then Simon the Likeable has 2. 2, our winner for tonight's S.O.R. trivia, Spaced Out Trivia, Lex Diaz. Round of applause for Lex Diaz. Air horns.
Lex Diaz.
Congratulations, Lex Diaz. Lex Diaz is the winner of tonight's trivia. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Learned a lot. A lot of new cryptids. You call yourself a cryptid expert. You call yourself a cryptid fan. You just learned about at least 5 or 6 cryptids you had no idea existed tonight. So you expanded your knowledge, which is always awesome to do. So if you did not win, you won in knowledge. You're a winner in knowledge. All right. So that is that. Let's go ahead and bring this out of here. All right. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right. So back on task, Dave Scott, what's going on?
Well, I apologize that I had to leave mid-sentence beforehand, but for people who don't know, each and every week I do a hit with radio host Walter M. Sterling across the United States talking UFOs just after 9 o'clock Pacific. So I've been doing that for a number of months, go on for about 7-8 minutes, and then he cuts me off rudely. And I love the guy. He's hilarious, an incredible broadcaster. But hey, it's a promotion of the show that happens. And in fact, funny story about that. When we were in Las Vegas from the fan at the fan party, myself, Tim Senor, random guy, Eric Markham, and Kira and Brad and our good friend Brad were all piled into a vehicle when all of a sudden I had told Walter I couldn't do the hit, and we were just driving back into Vegas, and here I am with the music blaring from outside of the casinos, trying to keep everybody quiet while I'm doing this 7-minute hit on Sterling at night. So it was kind of funny. Yeah. So Dave's, thank you, Sovereign Farts. I appreciate that. Because of you, every morning before my son gets on the school bus now, I say fart hard to him. Just so you know. That's because of you, Sovereign.
Awesome.
So
Grandmaster UV said, what's this channel, Dave?
I I don't know. He's syndicated across the U.S.
All right. Simon Likeable says, love the trivia section, Rob. Appreciate you. Rain C trivia is fun. Sovereign fan fart party. Rain C. Hubby said, if we can get to Reno, we are going. That's what I want to hear.
I want to see. This is what I want to see from Rain C in Reno. And that is, I want to see, look at those giant sunglasses she's wearing. I want to know if her eyes are that big.
Oh, yeah,
I
like
want
the
to know.
Grays. Like the Grays.
Hold on. I got to clear something up here. It was not Dave that farted in the car on the way back from Area 51, Kira. That was Preacher while he was driving. Or no, Mike was driving. That was Preacher. That ripped one that blew the car open. I'm sitting here trying to do a radio show while Preacher breaks wind not once, but twice. Okay. Yeah, it was twice. That poor Kira, her makeup was melting over it. Okay. It was horrible. Felt bad for her.
And that is a rough ride right there.
Yep.
Reminds me of a song that we used to sing as kids called Beans.
Yeah.
It actually covers everything you talked about.
I just want to finish off what I was saying earlier when I was a little heated on the show, Rob, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Take it away.
When you start exposing people in their personal life in any field, no matter what it is, without their permission, I think it's pretty low. I think it's pretty low. It's a low way to try and steal listeners. It's a low way to try and make yourself bigger, okay, and to grow your own podcast, YouTube channel, or whatever it may be. My suggestion is this, guys, okay? When you get people who are doing that behind the scenes, that tells you what kind of character they are, okay? Never once have I ever said, hey, did you know that such and such a person, his real name is Stan Smith, or whatever you want to say. Okay, that's not cool. Okay, we are here to try and provide information. We are here to try and provide entertainment. Okay, S.O.R is an entertainment show that we are trying to grow on a national and international level around North America and the world. For people to try and jump on the bandwagon and pinch and steal from it because they're not getting what they want, that's not cool to me. It's not cool to me whatsoever. And be careful who you support out there. Not everybody is a good person. They may seem like a good person on the, in front of the camera, but you guys are smart enough out there to know that there are people out there that are just in it for themselves. And when you have people like this group who's seeking their 15 minutes of fame, trying to reap their rewards off of the S.O.R listener that goes in and tries to bring us down. Look, I've been through much worse than just this, Rob. I really have. I've been called years ago, I got called racist. I got called homophobic. It was all over Twitter that I was making alleged comments. This is how people try and bring you down, right? And it's not cool. It's not the way things are supposed to be. Okay. I don't really pay attention. The best way you can take advantage of people like that is unsubscribe. Don't follow them. They'll never know anyways because they don't pay attention to the audience like we do. Okay? they're not doing what we're doing, right? And our numbers are going up. Theirs continue to stay the same, right? So it is what it is, you know. For people who are just walking in, I had somebody from a different show start making up words about who I am and my private life uh, behind the scenes on places like Facebook Messenger, including showing a photo of where I work and my full real name and my position there. Um, and that's what this is about. Okay. It's not cool. It's not fun. It's they're doing it for their own gain to try and make themselves look bigger and brighter and better and all that kind of stuff. This is hard. Okay, I don't. I think we would be a lot larger than what we are if I had known how to use YouTube properly. Okay, I really do, and I'm learning as we go. But these are people who are trying to, you know, uh, step on someone's toes, you know, and you know, we're not one of the. You know what? I will say this. I think we're one of the bigger dogs on the campus. Okay, I think that's a fair statement. And sometimes you gotta the 99% of the time, and Kira can attest for me in the chat room here. 99% of the time, I am silent. When somebody takes a shot at us, I may bitch and complain behind the scenes or whatever. Okay, but I am usually silent on when people are when people take a shot at me. And trust me when I say this, it happens. I wouldn't say often, but it happens, right? And I would say this. I would say that people like that they don't know or understand the potential harm that they are causing. Okay? They really don't. And outing me, which is fine because I have chosen to be a public figure. Okay? I chose to be that. When I sit there and I see people trying to affect what I do on my daily life and then claim that I am a liar, yeah, that doesn't work very well. That doesn't work very well at all. Right? And I feel sorry for that person because I've helped that person a lot. A lot. And this person's co-host, I helped even more. And this is sometimes how you get the thank you back. So, not very cool. And you know what? Anybody can ask me anything at any time. I've always been an open book. Okay? You could ask any of my staff. I've always been an open book. Okay? But when people are out there doing it nefariously, grow up. Grow up. Okay? You and your 2-bit podcast, okay, that you have. When you're ready to play with the big boys, then I'll show you some respect. Up until then, you're like a flea on a dog. I'm just gonna scratch you off. And that's exactly what's just happened.
Love it. Love it. Well said, sir. Well said.
Yeah. Yeah. And just for the record, okay? My family's names, what they do, where my children go to school or what career paths they're choosing is none of the audience's business. And it's no offense to the audience. I don't know what they do for a living. I don't know how many children certain people have. I don't ask what schools they go to. I don't ask, are they Republican or Democrat? I don't ask anything because that's not what this is about. We are about an entertainment show that we are bringing a community of wooites together, okay, to have some fun on a nightly basis. That's what we do, right? That's what we do. And for people who cannot understand that, my suggestion to you guys, being extremely smart in the chat room, is if you figure out who we're talking about, because I'm not giving their names, but if you figure out who we're talking about, okay, then what you do is you go on over to their channel and you hit unsubscribe. If you're friends with them on Facebook, you unfriend them. Because this is the first and last time I will talk about this publicly. And, look, we've had our own hardships in our chat room. I'm glad to see Deb is back. Okay. Deb's a nice person. Okay. Even though she has, 6 toes on her right foot, I mean, everybody's got a flaw. Right, Deb? And, you know what? It makes me happy seeing her back in the chat room. I haven't fully settled what I tried to settle yet. I'm still working on that. Okay. And Deb, I'm saying this publicly. All right. But I'm working hard. Deb is innocent. Okay. And I'm working hard to make things better behind the scenes. All right. Because I like it when she's here. I like it when I see everybody's name in here. I like it when we get somebody in the chat room who maybe hasn't been in the chat room for 5 years, but all of a sudden they're back. That excites me because I remember their name. And Rob, over time, you'll get to remember their names too. The best part of doing this show is seeing the good people in here. And they're all good people. Even though Kira has webbed feet, so she could swim at like 40 miles an hour, right? You should see her swim through the ocean. It's incredible. The Chicago 420, I have not taken too many edibles. I'm not restoring anybody's wrench right now, Deb. Just a couple people. That's it. That's going to happen. Everything's going to happen over time. Okay? And I just did apologize to you. Right? And I'm working on getting that done on the other side too. All right? Because I love you. Love ya. And you got to forewarn me when you're going to do that, man. So
timing, man. Timing.
Yeah. So, yes. If you know my sense of humor, I will always make fun of somebody by, like I said with Kira, with her having web feet. She doesn't. I don't know if she does or not, but she probably doesn't. But anyways, I'm making a new, as we enter year 10 here, and we're 4 days into year 10 of Spaced Out Radio. We are making a lot of changes behind the scenes, and we are making a lot of changes in front of the scenes. Okay. And everybody, Deb, just so you know, everybody lost their wrench. Everybody. The only people who didn't lose their wrenches were the S.O.R team. And I know that because I'm the one who removed them. And eventually we're going to re-add everybody. Okay. It wasn't you, Deb, but there were other people out there who were blocking and getting rid of people without any discernment, shall we say. All right, Vanessa, let it go. And see, it's comments, guys, that just, you don't know how they eat me up. Trying to make everybody happy is a hard thing. And Kira has been working a lot with me on that. And it's not fun. Like when I sit here and tell you guys that I do suffer from mental illness of depression and anxiety, is very true. All right. And RG's wrench is gone too, Deb. Just so you know. All right. So, it's just a matter of things stress me out a little bit more than they may stress everybody else out. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I apologize for dominating on your show, Rob.
No, it's fine, Dave. I'm so glad that you were able to say this and get this out. So no better place to do it than here. We had a spot to fill. It was perfect, excellent. Got your point across. It'll reverberate out there. It'll get back to the person who caused all this, and I'm glad you were able to do that. Now you can move on, and you can, you got it off your conscience, and hopefully this person does better going forward. We'll just have to hope. But all I know is my name better not come up in any conversation. I'm just joking, but I'm not, but I'm not, but I am, but I'm not, but I am, but I'm not. So, but Ruth Kleber, who I can't believe just showed up. Ruth Kleber says, "Hi, Rob G. Hi, Dave. Hi, chat. Just woke up. How y'all doing tonight? We're doing excellent. We're doing great." And Dave, while you're here, why not run the commercial, man? Let me see. Let's run it for the crowd, man. Let's get some good feelings in here. And we're introducing the Paranormal Reporter 2 in hour 3. So he already knows it's going to be we're going to be a few minutes late on that. But yeah, let's go ahead and run the commercial. This is what we've been cooking up in the background. It's not done. We're still mixing the audio on these, but you guys are so special to us that we wanted to pull the curtain back and allow you to see some of the stuff we're working on. We're trying to do, I think you said, Dave, 10 commercials, something like that. So we're trying to put a whole package of them together, get them all done. And this is what we're doing so far. So we want to bring you guys in, and let's take a look at what we've been doing. So let me bring the other one up first, actually. We don't have ugly swag. That's what Dave says. So I want you guys to see what we mean by that.
What? We do not have ugly swag. We have spaced out radio gear that you're going to want to wear. Why? Because no one wants to wear ugly clothing. So head on over to spacedoutradio.com and go shopping today. You'll be glad you did. And it's a great way to support our show. Once you get your gear, send us a picture of you rocking out in your S.O.R swag. spacedoutradio.com, shop there today, and make yourself look good.
Commercial number 1 for the swag store. We do not have ugly swag, guys. We do not have ugly swag. And let's run the second commercial here for the fan party. These are still works in progress before you get to chatting about anything. I know the audio is kind of low. but we wanted to share this with you. So let's take a look.
Your woo, it's time to make a commitment to the third annual S.O.R. fan party. This time, we're heading to Reno, Nevada and the Silver Legacy Casino and Resort, May 10th through 12th, 2024. Tickets are $60 or $100 for VIP. With that, you get a free radio show. You get to hang out with celebrity guests from Spaced Out Radio, including our team, who are coming to hang out with you. You get to meet the entire team, like Science Bob, Merle, Melinda Leslie, Geraldina Roscoe, and more. It's a weekend packed with adventure, and we want you there. After all, we're doing this for you. Find out more and get your tickets at info@spacedoutradio.com and book your hotels today at the Silver Legacy Casino and Resort in Reno, Nevada. Come join us for the S.O.R. fan party, May 10th through 12th, 2024.
All right, awesome stuff. So those are what commercials we're working on. Hope you guys enjoy those. Can't wait to have those in the normal rotation once we get all the rest of the commercials put together. It's gonna be a new day. We're experiencing growth right now. Things are really coming together. Things are looking up. And we have a lot of exciting things that we're putting together. So cannot wait. It's been fun, Dave. What's going on?
Hey, my man Travis William Mustus is in the background, man. Yeah, Travis. Love that guy.
Hey,
love him.
Oh, you spoiled the surprise, Dave.
No, I didn't. Did I?
You didn't.
Son
Hopefully nobody heard you.
Fart hard. I'm out of here.
All right, so yeah, here's what we're gonna do. So we're at 10:10 right now. We are introducing the new segment. Dave, you're more than welcome to hang around. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to take this break. Pause for the cause. Get ready for hour number 3. Only here on Spaced Out Radio. Maybe with Dave Scott too. Potentially, we'll see what happens. But we'll be back in a minute, guys. All right, welcome back to Spaced Out Radio after hour number 3 with me, your host, Mr. Rob G, and joining me, Mr. Dave Scott, in the back here for the final hour. We're going to go ahead and talk about what we're doing now going forward for hour number 3 here in the after hours. This is going to be a new thing, weekly thing. Yesterday, we introduced you to someone you already knew, but now is going to be a contributor weekly here on the after hours, Mr. Brian Bowden. Who'll just be bringing the real talk, as we found out. There's going to be just real conversations with Brian Bowden. We're going to work something out there on the title. But so that's an awesome addition to After Hours going forward. I'm excited about that. It's going to add to the overall production value and what it is that we're bringing to you here. So on the final laces are being tied on the after hour shoes, and we'll be ready to take it to radio here in just a second here. But what I want to do is go ahead and I want to bring in this person here who will be our contributor for Sundays, bringing you the weird paranormal cryptid type material. And this person has such great energy. Me and Dave Scott, we talked, and I was like, man, this guy, I love his energy, and I'd love to have him do this. Let me see if he'd be willing to. Reached out. He was all in to participate, and I'm so glad to know that and hear that. We know Dave Scott kind of blew the whistle on this a little earlier, but hopefully you weren't listening, so that we can go ahead and introduce him right now. Had a pleasure interviewing this gentleman, and he's going to be with us going forward. I'm going to bring up a graphic, and we're going to introduce none other than our new paranormal reporter, the paranormal reporter, ladies and gentlemen, Travis Mustus. Let me go ahead and bring him in. Travis Mustos, our new paranormal reporter. We bring up the graphic, the paranormal reporter with Travis Mustos. I'm so excited to have you doing this, man. I appreciate you doing this.
It's wonderful. I was like, when I got the offer, I was like, I'm all in, like you said. So yeah, I'm happy. This is great. Now I'm here.
This is going to be awesomely great. Let me bring in Mr. Dave Scott to also welcome you in.
Yes. Woo.
So, you have anything to say, Dave, before he jumps into what he's going to do?
I've got to know Travis a lot last year, the last 18 months. And Travis is just one of the best people when it comes to knowledge of everything paranormal and supernatural. A lot of people may say that he's quite far out there, but the one thing that I think, and I mean this with all due respect to Travis and everybody who is First Nations out there, I think a lot of the reasons why we do not have answers to what we are searching for is because we think we know better. And Travis comes from a culture of the Cree Nation that has stories that goes back tens of thousands of years. And I strongly believe that if we paid for us in this community, doesn't matter whether you're into the paranormal or cryptids or UFOs and aliens, I think if we paid more attention to what First Nations people and their legends and stories say, I think we'd be a hell of a lot further ahead in our own search and quest for knowledge than where we are today. And so adding Travis to the weekend show, Rob, I think is an absolute steal for Spaced Out Radio.
Agreed. It was the first person that popped into my mind. I knew we had to that we were filling in a spot. I knew that this was something and I didn't think of anybody else before this guy here. When we met on the interview, and I just resonated with him, and his energy was so great, and the audience also resonated. It couldn't have been anybody else but Travis. So Travis, man, welcome, and it's going to be great, man. It's going to be really great going forward. I can't wait to hear the data and info that you're going to bring us every week. It's going to be really, really special, man. Really special, and I appreciate you for coming on.
Oh yeah, it's a wonderful time to be, well, just for the fact that I've been doing a lot of training to work alongside with elders, survivors of the residential schools. But not only that, but I get to take a lot of their and archive a lot of their stories and information for them and help them do that. So that's what I've been recently going for training for, and behind the scenes, I should say, and yeah, so I'll be hearing more about certain things and clarifying certain things and stories that I've heard from prior when they've just kind of mentioned it to me and stuff. So yeah, so that's like I said, it's perfect time for me, and what if I can offer what I can, then I'm happy to do that, right? So
definitely. Well, this is yours. This is your segment. This is for you to present and do and bring whatever it is that you want to bring for us. So I'm going to just hand it over to you, and yeah, I just would love to hear what you have to say.
All right. Yeah, no, like I said, I've been just doing a lot of work with different elders over the time, and they've mentioned to me a few of the cryptid sightings that they've seen, including Bigfoots, and that was like I said, I've recently heard that one, and also too about UFOs that were literally orbs flying, they were real big lights in the sky, and then they'd come down into a little star orb and actually flow right into chimneys and go down into people's houses, and pretty much and the people that said they were in the house, they said they didn't even know the next day, because the whole town seen it, and well, most of the town people seen it, right? And yeah, they ended up asking the person, and they're like, yeah, no, we didn't even notice anything, so, but stuff like that happens on the area, and these visitors, they visit us from time to time, and yeah, like I said, most of the time it happens and people don't even know, and that they've been visited, and that they went on a journey. And when you're out there, a lot of times time displaces, and especially with the little people too, the little people are on that same kind of time displacement, especially if you're involved with them, or you have some sort of encounter with them, and they bring you down into their areas and their little worlds and stuff, and you spend some time there, and just a couple hours is 5 days out here, or it could be a week, and come back, and you spend some time, you had a dinner with the little people, and you come back, and you're 5 days away from everybody, and everybody's wondering where you were, or where
so the little people, elaborate on the little people. Who are the little people?
Yes, Mimixquia. They are small mystical beings, like I said, high energetic beings. They have many, there's many tales and teachings to them, including mischievous teachings, where they're mischievous or people have wronged them, so they continuously heckle people until they give in, kind of deal, and right their wrongs kind of style. But then there's other ones where they've been very gifting, and they'll take people into their little magic worlds and bring them down to their level, and people don't even realize they've been walking along this river, and next thing you know, the whole area is a mystical world around them, and they end up going into these places, and yeah, spending time there, and time displacement happens, right? And like I said, be having a dinner with the little people and exit back out, and it's but yeah, the little people are small little tiny humanoid beings, and they wear closely to there's this wonderful new show. It's the new, I like it, but a lot of people didn't give it good reviews. The Lord of the Rings, it's an Amazon series, that version, but they have these little, they have the Hogglefoot people, but they dress almost next thing to nature. Even their houses look like nature and stuff. And I was like, hey, that's an excellent representation of what's actually out there, and but not but I'm saying they're on a more they're on a very high energetic level, and they're very like I said, very connected with the Earth's energy and the vibrance of that, and the connection with the stars and the universe. They have their own powers and their own mystics, and they have their own like they have their own societies. Like they're like they're not just like some little kind of people just running around the forest. They actually have like villages and societies and little worlds and everything they return to. And yeah, it's like I said, it's hidden within our reality. They can get there, we can't, but you know, like we can, but like have to help from them. Like, you know, they have to bring us in with their mysticism. But and like I said, I've experienced these little mimic squee. They like I said, they've woken me up. And when I was out on my vision quests, and I've heard them like laughing, running into the woods, like giggling, like little giggles. And you just hear like 100 of them, little giggles, laughing, and you just hear the bushes shaking. And you're just like, what? You know, sitting there like, yeah, you know, that's, you know, that's what I think. They said there, just kind of chilled out.
So this is something I could experience here in America. They're everywhere, or is it a certain part of the world, or?
I would say from my experiences that they've been more like in the forests and like rivers and stuff, naturally I should say areas that aren't bothered too much, like kind of like I should just say in the backwoods or forested areas and stuff like that. Yeah. And I did mention on Spaced Out Radio a few shows ago, we're talking about the powwow and how there was like we had people going out and collecting trees like for making the wooden arbor for our dancers to have hold the ceremonial dances in and stuff. And we're out there, and the guys were cutting down trees, but they were told not to cut down those ones. Like the elders, like, don't cut down those trees. And they ended up cutting down those trees, but they ended up, you know, getting stabbed at night by little spears and stuff. They ended up getting poked out of their teepee, but at the end of the night, the middle of the night, they're just freaking out. What is that? You know, getting tripped out and stuff. And yeah, so like, you know, they do end up like, you know, if you do you know, mess with their home or their things or their, you know, their environment, they do kind of tend to defend themselves and in that kind of sense. And like I said, the teachings of them, you know, doing such a thing is out there too, like I said. Or they return to their worlds and they can come down and take all the food and return back. And some say they go to the moon world, and some say they go within the worlds, you know, in the reality. But like I said, I believe it's both, because they're just like, it's all connected within the universe. And I believe they have all this, they have like I said, a higher frequency levels, higher vibration that they just connect on, and they can fly through and teleport to. And it's like a very esoteric, like they are very, very, very mystical, I should say.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. So now that we have you, we're going to have you weekly. What's the chances of Travis showing up in Reno?
Oh,
for the fan party.
Right, I'm a crew now.
Yeah, come on. I mean, what are the chances that we'll have a Travis sighting and be able to meet Travis out here in Reno?
I do have a passport, you know, so you know it's very highly likely, you know, that we can make something happen in that sense.
That'd be awesome. I'd love to meet you, man, personally, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers would too. So yeah, I mean, this is you know, this is gonna be fun. Like I say, we introduced Brian yesterday. I don't know if you saw that show, but we introduced Brian, who's now going to be on our Saturdays, and then now we have you on Sundays. So I'm just so excited, because my whole mission has been since Dave brought me in was to regrow or rebuild the After Hours up to a point to where it's fully functional. And you know, you're literally like the last piece, like the final piece of that puzzle to kind of just bring it all in. So you just don't know how excited I am for that, because now when I'm putting these shows together, you know, I can lace it up. I can lace it up in a bow. I can tie it up and feel really confident about where the show is going to go. And once we move this over to radio, you know, Spaced Out Radio, Dave is already killing it, obviously, Monday through Friday. So I've been wanting to get this show on that level. And I know that with you being added, that this is going to finally get to where we're trying to get it. It's like the vision is here now. So I'm just so happy to have you, man. I can't say that enough, man. I really can't. And Dave, I hope you're proud, man. I hope you're feeling it. I hope you see the vision, and I hope yeah. So let's move into this radio thing. And I saw Filth real quick. I saw Filth in the audience, so I wanted to show again. Thank you, Dirty Filth. Thank you, Dirty Filth, for sending me a Christmas card. I wanted to show it before I go ahead and put it in its permanent place. So appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. And you got something coming back from the US. So keep a lookout. Dave Scott.
I'm just happy to be here and listening to you guys who are going to get into some incredible stories of paranormal, supernatural. And Travis, I mean, the one thing I love about interviewing you is through your heritage and everything, you are dealing with creatures well beyond Bigfoot and Dogman. You know, is it hard sometimes for you to even believe some of the creatures you get reports on?
I take it very seriously, you know, and I like to look into it and see through it in all senses, if that makes sense. But yeah, no, there's a lot of cryptids out there, and it's almost like the UFOs too. All the time when I see them in the sky, I'm always surprised by all the new ones I always see, or you know, it just never seems to end. Like there's always another one, another new one, or another new design, or you know, it's always or a different color, or you know, so it's always it's a blessing is the way I like to look at it. Is like I like to see these UFOs as blessings, and then when I see a cryptid or I deal with these things, I like to try to help people if it's something that's bothering them, like evil entities and stuff like that. I usually do help them out, and you know, I'll get rid of it, or you know, other things like that. I'll help them build like I should say barriers to help keep their places safe and stuff. And I've done those things in my time, and I've worked alongside and helped a lot of people do that sort of thing throughout my times in existence here and walking this earth. And but yeah, like you know, it is always a wild one to, you know, when you get a new one in there, and it just it's all in part of the moment, right, in time, and of the universe. So I'll let it be at that.
Love it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I one thing that I keyed into, and I think Dave touched this earlier, was your connection, you know, with the tribes and the elders, and how you know, this is a knowledge base that you're able to tap into that goes back thousands, you know, just thousands of years back. So it's so rich and so uninterrupted, the information that you're able to tap into. So I think that's going to really be a big asset. And it you know, I don't know, you know, it's like an unfiltered wisdom, right? That we all get to be exposed to. So you know, that's it. And I think I said this to you when I interviewed you, but I think that's invaluable, because I think, just like I said then, you know, when you are looking from the side of the tribes and you're looking outwards at us, just people that are in this society, right? Like we're lost, and we've lost our original tribes and things of that nature. So, you know, in a monumental moment like what we're in now, where we really need to look back and tap into who we are, who we were, and like where we originated from. It's like this. I'm so excited to be able to know that we're gonna have that resource. You know, and I'm just speaking from the heart here. So none of this is scripted. You know, this is really how I feel about this guy right here. So I just really want you to know, these aren't just words. I'm the value that you're gonna bring to the table is something that's gonna be appreciated. So, yeah, I mean that's all I can say right now. So I don't mean to spill it out all on you like that, Travis, but I really want you to know that it's a family thing right here at Spaced Out Radio, and we kind of just speak how we feel. You know what I mean? And I really want you to know this is true from the heart, and that's how I feel.
It's awesome to be here, guys. And like, I couldn't thank you guys enough for, asking me to come along here and, giving me the opportunity to come and speak and talk to all the people that are tuning in now and all the people that are listening in the future, the wonderful fans. And it's awesome. It's great that I get, to help share these wisdoms and be a part of the show. So thank you so much. And for the wonderful comments too. It's nice to hear the heartfelt wisdom and words, and truth, I should say. Yeah. So thank you for that.
Definitely. And the viewers, I would like to know how you guys feel. Do we love Travis here? We got ones for great choice. Let's get it. Let's move forward. Let's go. Yeah, I only want to see ones, really. What we got out there? How we feeling, guys? Do we like the choice? Are we welcoming Travis in tonight? Dope additions, Travis and Bodie. See that? That's what I'm talking about. This is exactly how I feel about that. And I'm glad that you said that because I think those are really really strong additions. So we got a lot of ones in here. Yeah, I like that. Thumbs up. Yes. Ones, 11. I like that. All ones. Let's go. Night Rider. Yeah. This is going to be special. It's going to be a special situation. So, okay. So yeah, I didn't want to keep you too long because normally we're going to run like, a 30-minute segment and we'll be jumping in and out of stuff. Tonight we kind of been playing it off the cuff and, jumped in and out of some things. We did some trivia earlier. Lex Diaz won. I don't know if you saw that part, but we have fun over here. Hour number 3 is really when it gets lit over here at the after hours. And what I'm going to end up doing for the last probably 15 minutes here is going into some stories, phantominmonsters.com from Lon Strickler. So Travis, you can hang out if you want to the end of the show, but I'm going to go into some stories with the audience here. Dave, you're welcome to stay as well, or either way.
I'm gonna check on out because I got to do some work behind the scenes here. But love you guys. Great show. Thank you to our beautiful audience. We'll chat with you tomorrow night.
All right. Thanks, Dave. All right. Yeah. So Travis, either way, you can hang out or you can go, whichever. If you have time, it's either way.
I will have to catch you on the next one. My phone's really about to die. It's kind of perfect timing that I got to. I'll make my exit out here. Next time I'll share a cool UFO orb video that I had got, and it's like during the day. It's awesome. So
all right. Well, let me go and give you your applause on the way out here, ladies and gentlemen. Travis Mustus, the new paranormal reporter here on the After Hours. It's going to be gargantuan. We're going to take it to the next level. So, Travis, appreciate you. I'll send you the screenshot that I have here to the social media, and you post it, do everything you need to do.
All right. Excellent. All right. It's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Have a great rest of your night, man. Appreciate you coming in.
Yes. Thank you. Take care. Enjoy it, man. Sir.
All right, guys. Yeah. I was looking forward to this weekend for this very simple fact, because I knew we had these new additions and I really felt strong about who they were and what they would bring to the table. And I really love it, man. I truly am connected to the selection. You know what I mean? It isn't something someone just dropped on my lap and this is something I'm just going with. These are, these people were selected through a thought process and just kind of opening your mind up and allowing yourself to be directed to a certain position. And I think that's what we got. That's why it's going to be special. That's why. So let me go ahead and get all this together here. Bring myself back in. It's going to be awesome, dude. I told you guys when we first came on, and let's celebrate here. This is episode number 20. I can't believe it. This is episode number 20 for me here at the After Hours. So it took 20 episodes, which is maybe 4 months. Was October, November? No, 2 months. So episode 20, though, I counted them out as we do 2 a weekend. So I'm going to give myself a round of applause for 20 episodes and being able to have kind of reached the point where I feel strong and feel comfortable about how this show has been put together and where we can go from here. Like, this is just the base level of what we're doing. Like, once we have laced it up, then just imagine where this can grow to, you know what I mean? And I'm really excited about that. And I'm excited because not only for the After Hours and what we were able to do here, but for Spaced Out Radio overall, because along with the After Hours coming together, we're seeing Spaced Out Radio growing as well, at a pretty quick pace too, if I may say so myself. So a lot of the good energy that is being put into the show and a lot of the good energy that you guys bring to this chat, because you're very important to this, because when we have new viewers come in, not only are they interested in the show that they're seeing, but they're also interested in the interactions that they have with you guys in the chat. So you guys are playing a very important role in that. And, I just ask that you guys keep putting that positive energy into the chat. Let's try to stay away from any of the negativity. I know sometimes you can't help it, but let's try to keep it very positive, very welcoming. Just to keep it a special place for people to feel comfortable in this safe, what we call a safe place. So sky's the limit. Dave, Monday through Friday, like I said, is already crushing it. Plus what we're working on in the background. After Hours finally pretty much bowed up, laced up, and we're just going up from here. So excited. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into some, we're going to read a couple stories out of Lon Strickler's Phantom and Monsters, from phantomandmonsters.com, rather. Just going to pick 2 that I see here. I know he was on the other day, so I want to make sure that we don't cover one that they may have covered. So I think I have a good one here. Let's go ahead and finish this night out with a couple great stories. And all right, here we go. All right, so this is phantomandmonsters.com. I will definitely recommend that you guys go and check this out. Lon has, just like he said the other day, and I say every time we go into this segment, a bunch of awesome entries from people who have sent information into him. Pretty detailed and pretty creepy in some cases. Some of these stories are pretty creepy. So first one we're going to jump into is the black-eyed couple dressed in 50s attire driving a red 1957 Chevy Bel Air convertible. We kind of touched on black-eyed children actually over the Social Dig last night, if you were there. So this is kind of perfect. So here we go. A black-eyed couple wearing 50s style clothing driving a 1957 Chevy Bel Air convertible in December is encountered at Sheepshead Bay, New York. Very bizarre account. The following account was forwarded to me. My story begins on the Long Island Expressway back in December of 2001. I drove a black sedan for a car service from Delaware to JFK Airport in New York. I made the trip dozens of times and knew my way around the side streets on my route. One night around 12 a.m., I was on my way to JFK when a car exited the two-lane expressway at a standstill. I talked to my passenger, let's call him Steve, and decided to take the side street, so we jumped off at Sheepshead Bay and started on our way. We began talking about how creepy the name Sheepshead Bay is when, from out of nowhere, a 1957 Chevy Bel Air appeared. Steve jumped up and threw his arm over the side passenger seat and said, "Dude, check out that car." We both looked out the driver's side window as we came to a stop at a red light where we were about to turn right. As the car came to a stop, we continued to stare at the car. It was beautiful. Chrome trim, red paint, convertible. It was December. It had to be the low 30s. There was a couple in the car, both with 50s clothing on. It was a short guy with a brown derby hat and a brown coat. The woman had a scarf draped over her head like a hood, big round framed glasses, and a leather coat. My passenger yells out, "Hey, nice ride." Both of them turned slowly in unison and looked at us. Black eyes, huge black eyes. We both froze. As the light turned green, while still looking at us, they began to make a left turn. We sat there stunned as the car drove towards Manhattan. While still a bit stunned, we make a right turn. Not a word was said between me and Steve. He slumps back in his seat and says, "What the hell was that?" I had no answer. We continued down the road where I saw the expressway was open, so we jumped on the ramp and we were back on course. As we entered the expressway, I could see the blue lights of emergency vehicles in the distance behind us. We were on the expressway alone. No other traffic ahead or behind us. It looked like smooth sailing from here on out. Steve at that point was still shaking, and he climbed back to the front and hopped in the passenger seat. We started talking about what just happened when I could see the headlights approaching in the rearview mirror. The first thing I thought was, I must have been speeding. I moved to the right lane and basically waited for the blue lights of a patrol car to come on so I could find a place to pull off since there was no shoulder to pull onto. All of a sudden, the headlights moved to the right. "I can't believe it," I yelled. "The car, it just jumped over the curb onto the sidewalk and began to pass us on the right." Guess who? The black-eyed couple was back. They passed us at over 100 miles per hour. We looked over with telephone poles flashing between us. The driver looked at us. His eyes were glossy black. And again, without taking his eyes off of us, he floated back onto the expressway in rockets out of sight. I say float because the car never actually jolted as they jumped the curb and passed us. It kind of slid onto the sidewalk. We continued down the expressway until we reached the airport. We didn't say a lot to each other as he got out of the car and grabbed his bag. Before he walked away, he said, "Sheepshead Bay is a really creepy name for a neighborhood." Wow. That one was pretty creepy. I could visualize this. I could see that. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. Let's see what else we got here. Let me find an older one. I think they may have read this one on. Okay, let's see here. Let me read this one. I don't know if they read this one or not. Hopefully I didn't. I am not going back over one they've done. All right. So we're going to do the Sykesville monster encounter. Let me check the chat too, because you guys would know better than me if this has been read before. So I'm going to keep the chat. Let me know if you heard this before. My Bigfoot encounter. Lon Strickler. Yeah, I think I read this one on a different episode. Let me find a different one here. Give me just a second, guys. I'm going to go back to 2022. Okay, here we go. Asian hairy hominids in the forest people, described by Indian journalist. An Indian investigative journalist writes about hairy humanoids said to exist throughout India, Asia, and the subcontinent. He also notes the legend of forest people and fae in those regions. I'm from India and a trained financial news journalist for a multinational mainstream news company. Let me start by confirming what many people may already know. Bigfoot is present worldwide. The problem is, most people hear about the sightings in North America because information gathering and flow is very advanced there compared to the rest of the world. But while Americans and Canadians struggle with the government's ignorance and denial of the existence of Sasquatch, things have been different here in India. In 2019, the official handle of the Indian Army Twitter page posted a few pictures which are attached showing police shared footprint photos, which they said belonged to the Yeti, aka abominable snowman. The Yeti has the same characteristics as the North American Bigfoot, including the color. Sir Edmund Hillary, who was one of the first two men to climb the world's highest mountain, Mount Everest, claimed to have seen this being. The Yeti is also respected by the Buddhist monks in the region, and their history goes back thousands of years. I'm trying to track down some Indian Army personnel who have had sightings. And it shows footprints going through the snow. While the Yeti is the most famous there are other beings as well in northeast India. There was a being called Mande Barong. I think we talked about this in trivia. Mande Barong, who is a bit shorter but has brownish and orangish hair. There was a report once where a villager said that they had killed and eaten one of these beings, and some scientists have tried to investigate. In Bangladesh, there's a creature known locally as Ban Manush, which translates to ape man. There's a similar being in Pakistan called Barmano. Lastly, in China and Central Asia, people will tell you the Yiran and Almas, respectively. Unfortunately, most of the Southeast and Central Asia has little or no access to the internet, and news reports are extremely rare, so it's very difficult to sketch a broader picture of what's happening here. There are several other such beings in Southeast Asia, and many more that we may not even know about because the flow of information is disabled in this part of the world. I'm trying to start an organization that can collect stories and information like this around the region, as I believe it's essential for this global community and these beings. I want to know your thoughts about the little forest people or the Fae. Yes, I'm talking about fairies, elves, goblins, gnomes, etc. Some of your recent shares have been about them, unfortunately, but I've not yet seen an extensive, serious discussion regarding these beings. Even some people interested in the paranormal dismiss the Fae. I'm a trained journalist and hence take an investigative approach to things. The legends and stories of little forest people are found in every culture and region around the world. They are more prevalent than maybe even Sasquatch. There are several stories of little people in India too. In fact, there's a place called Fairy Hill in the country. I'll be visiting an area that has some evidence of the possible existence of these beings soon, and will write you in more detail on this broad topic. Pretty crazy and amazing that we picked the story that talks about what Travis just talked about, the little people of the forest. And by this report here, this is something that's actually global, just like I asked if this is something global. So pretty interesting. So I think that was pretty awesome. And the report also mentioned some of the answers to some of the trivia questions that we had earlier tonight. So it was synchronicity, right? I think is what it was. So we have about 2 or 3 minutes here. So we're just going to shoot the breeze. That's right. Tomorrow, man, put in the chat. He put in the chat Lon's YouTube page. Awesome stuff over there. There's just years and years of different reports and a lot of information on the cryptid world, right? So I'll be diving into that on my off time to kind of see what it is out there. And yeah, so tomorrow, man, Ange, hope it works out. We'd love to meet you in person. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that, right? Hopefully we can all get together and enjoy each other's company in Reno. With that being said, let's go ahead and take this last minute to check out the swag.
Woo! It's time to make a commitment.
Actually,
We do not have ugly swag. We have spaced out radio gear that you're going to want to wear. Why? Because no one wants to wear ugly clothing. So head on over to spacedoutradio.com and go shopping today. You'll be glad you did. And it's a great way to support our show. Once you get your gear, send us a picture of you rocking out in your S.O.R. swag. spacedoutradio.com. Shop there today and make yourself look good. Our fan party. This time, if you love your woo, it's time to make a commitment to the 3rd annual S.O.R. fan party. This time, we're heading to Reno, Nevada and the Silver Legacy Casino and Resort, May 10th through 12th, 2024. Tickets are $60 or $100 for VIP. With that, you get a free radio show. You get to hang out with celebrity guests from Spaced Out Radio, including our team, who are coming to hang out with you. You get to meet the entire team, like Science Bob, Merle, Melinda Leslie, Geraldina Roscoe, and more. It's a weekend packed with adventure, and we want you there. After all, we're doing this for you. Find out more and get your tickets at info@spacedoutradio.com and book your hotels today at the Silver Legacy Casino and Resort in Reno, Nevada. Come join us for the S.O.R. fan party, May 10th through 12th, 2024.
All right. So with that being said, as we prepare to bring the show to a close, I want to go ahead and thank our super chatters for tonight, which is Gizmo, Kira, and Dry Toast. And for all the space travelers out there, consider taking the next step. Join the club. That's right. You can join the S.O.R. Space Travelers Club for as little as $5 by joining our Patreon, We appreciate your support. To all the viewers across the globe, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning your frequency to Spaced Out Radio, where we do what we do best. What's that, you ask? We own the night. See you guys next weekend. Make sure you're here for Dave Scott Monday through Friday as he kicks off the week. You guys have a great week, and see you at the after show. Later.